Fire, water, or grass? A question that has plagued Pokemon fans for generations. Now, when I'm talking about this, I am obviously referring to the most difficult decision a trainer has to make: choosing their starter. And with Pokemon Sun and Moon recently being announced, we are essentially in the dark in regards to what the starters even are. So today, I'm going to be giving you guys the top 5 possible starters for Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. However, there's one thing I have to mention. There are plenty of good ideas out there for starters, so much so that I can't fit all 3 typings in one video. That is why I'll be splitting this video into 3 parts. What you're watching now is part 2 of this series, which will cover the water starters. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, click here to go check it out, and part 3 will be coming out next week. For this list, I've rated these Pokemon based on design, but I will also go into detail on possible stats and moves for the Pokemon. Speaking of which, I do not own any of these awesome Fakemon designs. All the creators will be credited in the description as well as in the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. And with that being said, let's get started. Something the Pokemon fanbase has wanted for a long time now is a dolphin Pokemon. And not Pokemon like Lantern or Gorbis, who are very loosely based on one, but I'm talking about a full-on dolphin Pokemon. What I found really interesting though is that not many people actually made a dolphin starter Pokemon design. Luckily, I was able to find this design made by Hugon, which looks amazing. And I know the final evolution looks a bit different from the rest, but that's because the artist didn't actually design it. I had my friend Chespin vector this amazing Pokemon from the sketch I found on the internet. But either way, this design still looks amazing. Stat-wise, I could see this Pokemon being a fast physical attacker with little to no defenses. In terms of moves, I could definitely see it getting Aqua Jet, Waterfall, Aqua Tail, and Swords Dance. All in all, I think a dolphin Pokemon would be an amazing addition to the games, and I can't wait to see what Game Freak is going to do with it. Why don't you die, Ron? Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. I was just talking about this awesome design for a platypus Pokemon made by Dragonite. Get it? Another awesome idea for a Pokemon would be a platypus Pokemon. A platypus would feel right at home in the Pokemon world because it's already an egg layer. And like I said, this design made by Dragonite would be an amazing choice for a platypus Pokemon. And since this Pokemon has clear ties to the fighting type, I could definitely see it being a water fighting type. Stat-wise, I could see this Pokemon being another fast physical attacker with some decent physical defense because of its fighting type. Some moves to complement these stats are Close Combat, Aqua Jet, Bulk Up, and Waterfall. And seriously, can you imagine the potential fist bumps? Just amazing. But seriously, Ron needs to die though. Something I always wanted to see Game Freak do is make a shark-based starter. Now I know we already have some shark Pokemon like Sharpedo, which is based on a saw shark, and Garchomp, which is a land shark thing. But I would love to see some different species of shark like the great white, a mako shark, a frill shark, and most definitely a hammerhead. This design made by Deoxys Daniel would be a perfect interpretation of a hammerhead. I could see this design gaining the steel typing to go along with water because of the rather obvious iron feature it has. Now I know Garchomp has some hammerhead qualities to it, but I feel a pure hammerhead based Pokemon would be amazing. Stat wise, I could see this Pokemon being very fast and physically offensive. Kind of like all the other Pokemon on this list, am I right, guys? Whoa. oh, please kill me. In terms of moves, this Pokemon should get access to Aqua Jet, Iron Tail, Iron Head, and of course all the setup moves. I could definitely see this Pokemon being used competitively, and I would love to have a Hammerhead Shark on my team. So Game Freak, please make this happen. When coming up with Pokemon for this list, I tried to search for some ideas that have never been done before. What I found really interesting is that we never had an iguana Pokemon before. And being a lizard fanatic like myself, I always thought the iguana was a really cool animal, especially since they can be kept as pets. That is why I think this design that I found from a fan-made game called Pokemon Sage would be an amazing choice for a starter. All of these designs for the evolutionary line look spectacular. And just look at that pre-evolution. Just aww. Stat-wise, I feel this Pokemon should be a bulky physical attacker with a very high physical defense. Some moves to go along with these stats are Aqua Jet, Belly Drum, Close Combat, and Ice Punch. I could see this water line working perfectly in the new Pokemon games, and could arguably be one of the more unique ideas Game Freak could utilize. Alright, I don't know about you guys, but I would love to have a Bobbit Worm as a Pokemon. And to be honest, I never heard of this animal until I saw this amazing design made by Smiley. Now, obviously, the color scheme of this Pokemon doesn't really make it look like a water type, so I had my friend Chespin recolor the design to give it more of a water type appeal. And just look at it, dude. It looks amazing! With this design, I could see this Pokemon gaining the poison typing to go along with water. Stat-wise, I could see this Pokemon having good HP and defenses, with the highlight being its special attack. For a move pool, this Pokemon needs to have Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast, and Scald. This is one of the most unique ideas for a starter, and it would be really cool to see it appear in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments section below. Did I leave any new ideas out? If you think there's an amazing design I forgot to mention, let me know in the comments section below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and become an Eryizo today. If you haven't seen part 1 of the series, which covers the fire type starters, click the annotation on the screen to go check it out. The final part of this series will be coming out next week, but if you're watching this at a later time, click the annotation here to go check out part 3. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.